YouTube, what is good? What is good? Today's video, I want to show you guys how to properly buy dips. All right. So, what is a dip? A dip, in terms of the S&P 500, would be anywhere from about, I believe, over 10% is a dip. Anywhere under 10, I believe, is considered probably a correction. I believe, but in this example, we're gonna use Amazon. So when I say buy dips, I don't mean do options when you buy dips, because the economy was just in trade wars and all of that, which we still are. It's not technically a war anymore, but we still have came to the table with anything set in stone when it comes down to tariffs. But the economy is kind of looking past that, or investors is kind of looking past that. So in this example, we're gonna go back to the day when Trump, got inaugurated, and he came right out the gate talking about tariffs. So, in an example like this, what I would have done was I would have had areas. So let's say if you have a $10,000 account, I would have had areas at points where I wanted to buy. Right? This is how you grow your wealth. And I don't mean, like I told you before, we're not talking about doing options, because the worst thing that you can do when it comes to options is if you continue to buy at low points. No one knows how far down the market is going to drop. No one knows that. So that's the worst thing you can do. But when you're purchasing shares and or buying the company, you hold those forever. So, let's say you bought, prime example right now. So let's say you bought anywhere in this area right here for, let's say, 199, 198, or even 200, right? If you would have bought options contracts and it dropped all the way down here, you're definitely down over 100%. Nobody wants to hold that. Why put your account through that? Uh-oh. What's that, Apple? Hold on. While I'm doing that, oh man. Okay, so Apple is moving. Hold on. We're gonna do this live. This is live right here. Put this on camera, baby. We doing this live. God. Okay. Just so I can show you guys what I'm seeing. Can y'all see that? MRK, Pep, Apple. This is live. This is live, baby. So, Apple was down as much as 30 or 32%, 31%, or something like that. Now Apple is now up 9%. And this is why I tell you, this is why I don't day trade. This is why I don't do none of that. When you day trading, you need a lot to go right in a small amount of time. That I don't agree with. I would much rather put the game on my side. The stock market goes up more than it goes down. You don't want profitable companies like Apple or Amazon or Nvidia or Visa or MasterCard or American Express. You don't want these companies to drop. No one wants their company to drop. So the stock market is rigged to go up. People's wealth is tied to the stock market. The stock market is rigged to go up. This is why I swing trade. I do swings, I do deep swings, and I do leaps. This is why I only focus on that. And I don't really too much put. I'm not really doing too many puts, man. I'm doing nothing but buys. I'm doing calls. Like I said, the stock market wants to go up more than it goes down. So it don't make sense for me to do a put on a stock market that is rigged to go up. So just put the game on your side, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, this is going good. This is going good. But to get back on topic, so like I told you guys before, and if you're hearing anything, I'm listening to CNBC while I'm doing this video. So if you hear like little slight whispering or anything like that, that's CNBC. I gotta stay tuned. And then we're gonna touch on Apple too after this. But like I said before, if you bought anywhere in this area 199, 200, or 198, and it market comes all the way back down to 165 or 167, you would have lost 100% of your money for sure. Don't let you have put $1,000 or something on that. You got a 10K account. You put $5,000 on it, or you put $3,000 or $2,000 on it, man. You down $2,000 for sure. Like, you're down whatever you spent on it. You don't want to do that. So I'm strictly talking about buying shares in this scenario. So let's say if I got a $10,000 account in my buy and hold, right? I'm buying shares. If I bought at 199 or 200 or 198, what's my next area for me to purchase again? So, okay, my next area would be somewhere right here. I'm going to say 181 or 180. Yeah, we can do that. 181 or 180, right? So let's say, okay, 10,000. I'm sorry. Let me make that better. $10,000 in this area right here. I'm going to put about $500 on this right here. Whatever $500, however many shares, however much $500 would get me X amount of shares, right? That's what I'm purchasing right here. So now when it comes further down, okay, in this area right here, I'm looking at this really. In this area right here for 180 or 181, I'm not going to put $1,000 on that. Why? Because it now makes my average lower. So now the lower my average is, I don't have to get so if I did 500 and 500 right here, my average would be in the middle. Now if I do 1,000 in this area and 500 here, my average is no longer in the middle. It's closer to where I bought at the lowest point. The more money you put at a lower area, your average moves further down. So now the money or the amount of movement it takes for me to make money, I don't need it to be in the middle or past the middle for me to be able to make money. If that makes sense, if I'm explaining that correctly to you guys. So that's area 2, area 3 right here. Okay, now let's say I would really like this area, 167 to 165, right? Okay, I would have put another 1,500 right here. We have 500, 1,000, 1,500. The more money I put on the lower end, my average now moves lower. And as you can see, market dropped a little bit and it came all the way back up, right? So let's do the calculations. We're gonna do the calculations right here. We're gonna do the calculations right here. So let's say 199, right? So whatever 500 to get you at 199. And I'm doing whole numbers too, so I'm doing whole numbers. So let's round it to the whole number, right? So let's say 2 shares right here at 199. So we got 2 shares. Damn, I should get a pen. I can remember this. We got 2 shares off rip, right? So let's say 180 we bought again for another rack, right? At 180. So that gets me 5 shares, right? Plus the 2. So now we have 7 shares already at 188. 5 shares. My fault, at 180. We have 5 shares right now. Plus the 2 that I already got right here. So I'm 7 shares in. And then let's say I bought right here again at 165. So what I say, 1,500. 165. So that's 9 shares, right? That's 9 shares right there. That's 9 shares. So we already in 16 deep. So let's say we bought right here. So let's say our average is somewhere at 171, right? So 171, the market is currently at 218, right? Plus, okay, my fault. 181, 171, let's say that's our average, right? Or no, you know what, let's better yet, let's make it 172. Let's say 172 is our average. And the market is currently at 218, right? So the market has jumped up $46 for us. So multiply that by what I say, our 19 shares, right? It was 19 shares? 16? Am I tripping? 16 shares. Okay, there we go. 16 shares. What I say? 172 is our average. So 46, multiply that by 16. So we would have been up $736. This is off of just one stock. This is all off of one stock. You would right now be up $736 off of one stock. Now imagine if you did that across, let's say 5. If you did it across 5 stocks at the beginning of this year, you would be up 3,600. It's 3,680 to be exact. If you did that exact same thing, of course, you know, the numbers are different with each stock, you know, and you will have to pick great profitable stocks, right? So if we did that across 5 stocks, we would be up 3,680. That's very good, man. That's really good. That's your money working for you all day, every day. The best thing about shares, they're not contracts. They don't expire. You get out whenever you want to get out. That's the best thing about buying shares of companies. That is the best thing you can do right there. So that right there is how I would have properly bought it. That is how you properly buy a dip. You don't want to put your all in each move or whatever the case may be. You know, you want to save some for another stock. Let's say you didn't want to do 500, 1,000, and 15 here with a 10K account. Let's say you didn't want to do that. You know, let's say, I don't know. Let's say you wanted to do 1,000 in this area, wait to see if it wanted to come down a little lower. You know, you put another 1,000. Of course, you know, your average would be somewhere in the middle. Let's say 180. You still got money because it's over your average. This is the true game to play, man. I'm telling you, the billionaire's wealth is tied, and millionaire's wealth is tied to the stock market. This is why this is important to learn this game and play the game the way it should be played. The stock market ain't going nowhere. I need y'all to understand that. If the stock market was to plummet today, goes completely to zero, that means Elon Musk money ain't there no more. Trump money ain't there no more. Mark Zuckerberg money ain't there no more. Larry Page, Bill Ackman. Everybody's wealth is tied to the stock market. And whether you like it or not, you are already in the stock market. When you go purchase Apple products, when you keep buying from Amazon, when they do their their annual reports, when they do their quarterly reports, when they have earnings calls, when they do revenue, you a part of that. You a part of that because you keep purchasing product. You keep purchasing products from these profitable businesses. Why don't you get paid from using them? That's my question, man. Why not? So that's that, man. That's how I would properly buy the dip, right? So I wanted to show y'all that, and now let's get over to this Discord. So we got this right here. So this is the Discord, man. We are making money, baby. We are making money. And one thing that definitely has helped me get over my hump when it comes to this is I was just trading. I ain't gonna say anything, but I was trading. I guess you could say that, man. I was just trading anything, no matter if they were profitable or not. But of course, I stuck to my strategy. No matter if they were profitable or not, I'm still sticking to my strategy. And one thing that has helped me was this: focus on profitable companies. I also break that down too. Yeah, I do teach this stuff all within my Discord. So everything is within my Discord. The fundamentals, how to properly get into trades. Everything is inside of my Discord though. But yeah, man, I just want to show y'all some games, man. So I got two students. This one right here, boy, she got bread, boy. So she also trades for her mom. So we had a QCon play last Friday. Mom's closed with 308. I closed with 266. She closed with 400, right? As of today, right now, I want to say this too. I had read something earlier. So her mom started her account 2 weeks ago with me at $2,500. She's damn near at 3K. I was looking at this, I was like, damn, she almost at 3K. She might be at 3K now because MRK is now green for us. MRK is green, Apple is green, and Pep is green. Yeah, man. Yeah, everything is green. And I had showed y'all earlier, so this is a bit of an older picture, but everything is green for us. Yep. Apple is up 3%. My Pep is up 41%. My MRK is up 15%. Right now. Right now. I ain't playing, man. This is no fluff right here. Can y'all see them percentages? Can y'all see them gains, baby? Can you see it? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. This is the way to play. This is the true game right here, man. But that's all I wanted to show y'all, though. I wanted to show y'all how to properly buy dips. How well the Discord is going, too, man. I do a lot of studying. For this game, man. I'm looking at balance sheets. I'm looking at risk for business. Their competition. If they have moats, which is strategic advantages, or not even strategic, but if they have advantages in whatever business model that they have, what's keeping customers there. Like, I look at a lot of stuff, man. I do a lot of this. And this is how I'm able to call my plays. This is how I have made that shift within, this journey. So, yeah, man. If y'all looking to go ahead and join the Discord, click the link in the description. Also, please leave a comment on this video. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, leave a like. Tell your friends, man. Tell everybody. This is the true game to wealth, man. Or the true wealth game, as I should say. But yeah, man, that's all. I'll catch y'all in the next video. And also, I want to try to be more consistent with my videos. That's tough. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That's tough. I do a lot of studying. I do a lot of other stuff. So trying to create content, trying to continue to read about businesses and stuff like that. Yeah, it's tough trying to do a lot of stuff, man. It's tough. It's tough. Calling plays, making sure I watch the market and navigate everything correctly. Oh yeah. Also, before I get off, Apple. So Apple's been having a bunch of issues, but the reason that they up now, to get into their issues, Apple was having issues at a conference with the innovation. Investors didn't like it. They also had, I'm not going to say rates was their issue, but rates definitely does affect them for sure. Rates affect everybody. So the Fed was trying to decide if they was going to cut or if they were going to hike rates or if they going to leave them the same. They couldn't make a decision based off of the tariffs. Tariffs was definitely a huge issue for Apple. Tariffs is a huge issue for them, and that's, of course, for everybody else. But because I was in them, that's why we're speaking on that. So, Trump wants Apple to also bring facilities here to the United States so they can make the iPhones here. Apple decided, you know what? You said you didn't want them in China. We're going to shoot them over there to India. Trump wasn't too fond of that. He ain't like it. So, that was just not a good business move on their end, trying to go around that man like that, because he will spaz out. But the reason Apple is now green today, or the reason why they've made, a huge jump, they're now in talks of doing a deal or business with Anthropic, which is pretty much OpenAI. I believe it's OpenAI, or OpenAI is a separate name. Regardless, it's with AI to be able to help them out with Siri. So that is a huge update for Apple. That is really good. That right there is gonna send them up for sure. So we got nothing but time on that play. So I'm holding that. I'm looking to at least get 100% off this play. So we're gonna see how everything go. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Y'all stay tuned, and I'll see you.